are here at the beautiful Thanes Creek 4x4 park just outside of Warwick. Look, if you're a Brizzy local, even the Gold Coast, it's just a stone's throw away, and honestly, like, what a place to be. We've been lucky enough, we've got the place to ourselves, so we can sort of just do our own thing, but we're up here at the mountain top. We've got 360 views of the whole valley. So this is a bit of an R&D trip. So we've come out here, we've got some new features which we've been testing, and they've been bloody bulletproof, which is good. So we'll get through that in a moment, but a little bit more about the park. This place has everything. It's got everything from your hard Ultra 4 tracks, it's got everything from easier stuff like we were doing yesterday, and it's got a bloody rally track as well. So we'll put some photos in the video that you can have a look at, but we're out there, and it sounds funny, but with a rally track, we're actually able to test how dust proof these things are. The whole base is basically like talcum powder, so we can do things like 60 k's an hour, 80 k's, 100 and beyond, and then, you know, stop, close the doors, open them up, have a look and see what's inside the camper. There's nothing inside, and that's honest. So, you know, we're actually out here for a bit of a trip. Got some new media coming out, and yeah, we can test the new features. So on those new features, we've got the hot water system in the 2.2, and we've also brought along the toy hauler. These two trailers both have hot water systems now, but using them, we actually forgot to turn it off in the middle of the night. So we can see here that we're now at 210 amps. And through the night, that's used about 105 amps an hour. So look, if you get to, you know, turn it off, it's not the end of the world. You know, we're about 9 o'clock now. The sun's been up for a couple hours, and we've put a lot of power back in already, and we'll continue to do so. So that's the good thing about doing these R&D trips. You get to learn more about your product, you know, find better things that we can offer to you guys, you know, for our product. Yes, we've got the new hot water system, but majority-wise, the trailer's staying the same. Look, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So the kitchen's staying the same, the induction's staying the same. That thing's been the best thing ever. But with the toy haul, we've made a few different changes. So we released a video a little while ago when we first introduced them to market, but since then, it's been a few months now, we've learned a few different things. Things like the bikes. Like, look, I'm not a motocross rider by any means. Like, I grew up on bikes, but that's about it. But one thing I do know is that you don't want your forks compressed for long times and, you know, all the time as well. So we've done things like we've dropped the wheel well about 100 mil. These forks at the moment, they're compressed maybe 20 mil. Like, that's not end of the world, especially if, you know, from Brizzy to here is about 2.5 hours. So that's bang on. We've got a lot more actual attachment points on the trailer as well. We learned that, you know, look, I can't tie knots, and the saying is if you can't tie knots, tie lots. So we've got a lot of attachment points here where we can just tie ropes and everything too with your ratchet straps. We did a few different things with the whole support system under the tent, so that's been for the best. And then coming around to this side over here, this has remained largely the same. We did some tweaks with the suspension, so we've got the airbags in the front, we've also got the coil in the back. We've just changed the geometry a little bit. We've moved it forward just slightly. We found it just tows a bit better, and it helps with the ball weight as well, so that's a bonus. But in terms of kitchen layout, this is the exact same as the last video that we've got, or the media that we've got on at the moment. But we've got a hot water system back here, and the cool thing is you literally just stick your hand through there, hit the button, that'll illuminate, and you've basically got hot water ready to go. So think of that as a 15-litre kettle. So once that's hot, you just walk around to the other side, put your shower tent out, and off you go. Yeah, so look, the trailers are remaining actually the same. We're just making some changes for the better. But another cool thing is the boys next door at work, Hardkorr, they've got some new stuff coming out as well. So I can tell you about the batteries. They've got some bigger batteries coming out, which you can expect to see in the trailers. But they've got some other cool things which I can't say just yet, but they will be coming out. When it comes to the hot water, it's really easy. So we've stepped away from gas entirely with these trailers moving forward. Technology is evolving, and with that, so do the trailers. With the hot water, pretty much you just turn it on, walk around to the other side. Now, I've already unlocked the hatch for the trailer, so you do get a key for this. You've got your hot and cold mixer. Now look, like I said, think of that as a big kettle. So it's gonna take maybe 20, 25 minutes for that to warm up where you actually start to feel the heat. But the good thing about it, the water that you take from it, by the time the water pump feeds more water to it, that'll start heating up straight away as well. So, well, we had a shower last night. We've been here since yesterday because it's just myself and I've got 180 litres on board. I just had a long shower and it was hot the whole time. So even better. So you don't have to, you know, do the black jerry cans anymore. You don't have to bring a gas bottle or anything like that. Just press a button, wait 20 minutes, and off you go, you've got a hot shower. Accessory wise for the trailer, so we haven't made that many changes to the trailers other than potential power upgrades and then the hot water system. We do have a camper cover coming. I know with the 2.2Es in particular, unless you haven't got a lot of front or backyard storage or a shed, can't really fit these into garages, and that's why we do the shorty. So it fits under that 2-meter entry. If it's gonna be out in the weather, we've got a nice cover coming for it. It's just gonna protect your camper. And look, these campers, they're no joke. They're a good investment, and you want to protect that as well. So we've got those coming out. We've got the clear top bags. It sounds very simple, But honestly, if you haven't, you know, done some hard four-wheel driving, opened up your canopy doors and had everything fall out on you, you don't know what that's like. So with these clear top bags, there's no more anxiety of just opening up the door and just waiting to expect to catch something. So everything's nice and secure in there. And because we've got that 30mm recess here, you can't actually pull it out. So it's good. You can know that if you do the things like the tracks over there, which I personally wouldn't do, but I know there's someone out there that would, open up your doors and you're not going to be basically catching jars of sauce, so even better. But if you're stumbling across us for the first time, you haven't actually even heard of us before, we'll go through the camper itself. At a baseline, we like to think of our products as fully off-grid, so you don't have to bring a generator or anything like that, and you don't actually have to go to a powered site. It sounds like a little thing, but it gives you the ability to basically go anywhere you want, and that's the whole idea of camping, is basically find what used to be a track, poke your head down there, have a look, and if you like it, you can stay there for the night. So with that being said, the campers were always lithium. So we've got, right now, we've got 405 amps of lithium on board. We've got a 40 amp DC-DC, and we've got 3 solar panels on the roof. Like I mentioned before, we left the hot water system on all night, and we are now at 210 amps. We've got the air fryer going. I'm about to start cooking on the induction cooker because it's almost lunchtime. We've got a bit of a drive ahead of us as well, so we're not going to stop for that. Cameraman Jacob here was sleeping in this one last night, and that's a queen size bed. And we only do queen size for the whole range, other than the family that's got 2 of them, so even better. At the front here, we've got the almighty stair set. So you're used to having ladders on your rooftop tents. They work, but when you actually encounter a stair set and getting out of bed for the first time in the morning, you will appreciate it, honestly. It's the best thing ever, and getting in and out is really easy as well. Coming around to the other side, we touched on the hot water system, but that's carried out through the whole range. And if you've got your eyes on a shorty, you can expect to see that in the shorty as well. On this side here, we've got the storage. Now, I've actually seen a few people put some drawer slides in here as well, so you can do that. You can have like a his and her sort of storage for your clothes. And being so close to the shower, you can basically poke your hand through, get what you need, get dressed in the shower tent as well. Underneath here, 3000 watt inverter, that is our minimum baseline. So we don't do anything less than a 3000, and that covers absolutely everything. So the induction from memory is a 1800 watt induction cooker, and then you've got 240 volt as well. So if you did go to a caravan park, or if it's in the garage getting stored, 15 amp lead at the back, and you'll be charging your batteries as well. So no matter what, you're always ready to go camping, and you can leave it packed in there as well. Half the battle of camping is finding the motivation to get up, pack it, you know, load the car up as well, and off you go. So you can actually leave everything in here. In the middle, more storage again. We've got a hot water system on this side for the 2.2E, and this will be the same spot for the shorty as well, and the 2.3. Lighting everywhere, so every compartment has a light. So we'll put some photos from last night that we got, but you can see there's pretty much 360 coverage at night, so you don't actually have to walk in any dark spots of the camper, which is, it sounds pretty basic, but it's pretty important as well. So at the back here, we've got 2 spares on the 2.2E and the 2.3. At the back here, we've got 12 volt, so we use it for the lights and the awnings, and change them orange to white. And look, it is a freestanding awning, but I'll only ever recommend putting the one pole at the front. Kitchen side of things, so we've got my Coleman 78 litre dual zone in here at the moment. That sits in there quite nicely. But we've also got this prep bench underneath. So at the moment, I'm just using it just to hold some bits and pieces. I don't need to have it fully extended out. And I do have legs underneath it as well. Over here, so power-wise, so this is pretty important, especially if you're new to camping or if you haven't had much 12 volt experience. This here is what we call a shunt, or a battery monitor. So at the moment, it's telling me that I've got 210 amps left that I can use. I'm currently using 7.9 amps with the fridge running at the moment, and the air fryer as well. But I know for a fact I'm actually putting in power, because if that solar panel wasn't kicking in, I could expect to see that as far as negative, I want to say negative 22, you know, and that's quite a deficit. So the solar comes in handy. I can pretty much cook for free, and once I'm done, it'll take maybe 3 hours for that to go back to full. So yeah, that's the best thing ever as well. We've got a cutlery drawer. You've actually got a spot to put your bits and pieces, which is good. We've got some 12 volt here as well, and then our main on-off switch for our 240 volt side of things. This is pretty much the layout that we carry for the whole range. With the toy hauler as well, we have our storage on what we call the driver's side here in Australia. With that being said, I'm gonna get into it. We're just gonna do some burgers and some chips, pretty simple. But the funny thing is, with induction, look, with our customers, we actually hear a lot that a lot of people love gas, but until you've actually had induction, I think it'll change the way that you cook moving forward. So with that being said, I've got the air fryer going. Like, there's nothing in here at the moment. It's complete. That's hot. I've got the air fryer going, and there's nothing in there at the moment. I'll just do a bit of a preheat just for these air fryers before I put any frozen food in there. We've got some beer batter chips. Cut of them. I'm going to turn on the inverter like that. We can hear that in the distance. Turn that on. Okay, that's now heating up. We'll get hooked into this. One, two, and that is already sizzling. So 2 minutes and we're actually already cooking. That's a bit faster than what I thought because I've got to chop up some veg. So it's been literally 4 minutes and that's pretty much well on its way. It's cooking a little bit faster than what I thought, which is a good thing. With induction, you're not waiting for the actual pan to heat up and everything like that. It's almost instant, which is good. Onions done, I'll do some tomatoes. You also gave me the world's bluntest knife.
Is there anyone I can find?
So we were pretty lucky last night. Actually, we were able to get to talk to the owner of the park for a little bit, just after we'd finished all our media stuff and everything like that. And he's got some pretty cool ideas for it. So a little bit of background on him. He is basically everything motorsport. So he goes internationally for drift competitions and everything like that. If you're a Brizzy local, and especially if you're into the car scene as well, he used to have this park called Archerfield. Yeah, so he used to run and operate that, and it was a really good spot and it was very well run as well. So you can only imagine with that background and the love for motorsport and camping as well, because he's a bit of a four-wheel drive nut, what you can expect to see here at the park. So like I said, he's already got the rally track going down there as well. He's got the hard stuff for like the actual four-wheel driving and camp spots. But I guess the main difference is as well, when you go to a lot of these four-wheel drive parks, there's not really anywhere where you can sit down and actually spectate, and he's actually taken that into consideration as well. He's actually gone to the effort of making spectator spots. Look, like I said, it's Thanes Creek 4x4 Park. If you haven't heard of it, that's okay, but you have now. And definitely check it out if you're in the scenic room area. That goes on top like that, smash it down. Overall, we were cooking, was about 27 past. It's now 10:48, so what's that, 21 minutes. And we've basically got everything done here. Those chips are almost done, and the whole process with the air fryer, the induction, everything going, we've used 20 amps. So look, you're not cooking for free. The amount of solar that you're putting back in on optimal conditions with this is almost is, it's a little bit cold. You'll basically replenish all that power you're using about an hour. So like I said, we're fully off grid, and that's how it should be when you're camping. You shouldn't have to worry about anything as well. So thanks for watching. We're gonna get stuck into lunch and get on our way back to Brizzy. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. You learned a bit about the campers and about the park as well. So yeah.